That's interesting. So, hello.
This is a private conversation.
Oh, sorry. Can I eavesdrop on you? In here?
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
Hmm. Requires more Hellas tattoos. Dorian.
This is all so familiar. I half expect my mother to materialize from the crowd and criticize my manners.
Is this like a Tevinter party?
Is this how the elite of Tevinter carry on?
You could almost mistake this for a soiree in the Imperium. The same double-dealing, elegant poison canapes. It's lacking only a few sacrificial slaves and some blood magic. But the night is still young.
Right. Anything to report?
Have you seen anything I should know about?
So far, this seems like harmless political intrigue. A few murders arranged, some scandals contrived from nothing. Like a homecoming, honestly.
Your mother could be here.
What if your mother were actually here? Where'd we be then?
Short one mage after he's dragged out by his earlobe.
I'm having difficulty picturing that.
Picture me a young boy of 5 years then. She certainly always has.
Well, thank you for coming,
I
Dorian.
appreciate that you were willing to come here.
And expose myself to all this exquisite finery and exotic wines? Such hardship.
Not everyone's likely to be friendly. That's all I meant.
It's true. You'd think I smelled of cabbages the way they wrinkle their noses. It's of no concern, but thank you.
Well, let's continue our search.
Interesting.
Hmm,
Boring.
there's something here. To upper level.
Good to know.
Toss coin? Sure. Okay, so you get one approval for each cost, coin cost. That's amazing. We check there. Oh. Well, this is looking better. I probably should have read that. I think it said my court approval is being reduced as long as my guests don't see me. Well, I have a lot, so let's still explore everything. What's in here? It's a dead elf, I think. Celine, we can discuss this like adults, can't we? We both know the weapon at Briarla's disposal could not only turn the tide of our war, but every war. The Empire must control it. I do not believe you disagree. She is now a greater threat to Olay than anything else. If you and I work together, we can wrest control away from her. Do not deceive yourself that she will be open to negotiation or diplomacy. You know her better than anyone. You know that's impossible. Interesting, so Gaspard sent a message to Celine wanting to...
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Interesting. I want to see who it was that said that. Is it still you?
Did you need something?
Oh? I favor leashing Templars too.
Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you may have found an ally.
If that's true, I would welcome an alliance with the Inquisition. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have assets that might benefit your cause.
Gentlemen,
Oh, I got an agent. Well, that's nice. That's really nice. But let's go in here. Not locked? Ah, good. Cool book. Oh? We found some secrets. Lady M, I need you at my side tonight. The unpleasantness in the royal wing has convinced me there is no safety within the palace. I do not expect my cousin to employ magic, but I would hardly be surprised if he provoked another infestation. Since my court enchanter is not here to assist me, I must rely entirely upon you. There is no one else I can trust. Interesting.
that's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
Okay. Can we... How do we get there? Is there an exit? Oh, we're here now. That's nice. Let's run there. I don't want to be late. The scandal if I were to be late. Holy crap.
Well, well. What have we here?
Oh my god, are you serious?
The
it's
leader
Morrigan.
of the new Inquisition.
It's freaking Morrigan.
Fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
Oh, I love Morrigan. Oh, Morrigan is probably my favorite character in gaming of all time. And that says a lot. She's perfect. Oh, I love Morrigan. I hope we get to interact with each other throughout this game. It's a mystery.
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress
Oh,
Celine
it's
on
her.
matters of the arcane.
The apostate.
You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so. I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share, considering recent events.
Recent events?
Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
Oh, I love Morrigan. Oh, you're so awesome, Morrigan. And you look beautiful in that dress. Is the Empress safe now?
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough. For the moment. would be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
Why do you protect her?
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill him?
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
I wonder where my character from Origins is, the hero of Ferelden. I did go through the mirror together with Morrigan after romancing her. So they should be together if they didn't have a falling out or something. I might look into this. Let's stay in character. We don't
I may
exactly
find the
know
time
who
to
she
try
is.
a door or two.
Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Oh, I'm hyped. Well, I need to go in, right?
Ah, there's the Dowager. Don't make eye contact.
She wouldn't want to speak with a nobody like you anyway, cow.
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
Didn't the bell say,
Celine has something
greet
up
the
her sleeve.
Empress, ladies
Are you
in
up to
waiting,
see me at all, Josie?
and
Has
speak
anyone
with
seen
Briala.
Been wise to
You're supposed
attend
to have
this
servers in the balcony.
Duke Gaspard has made a fortune at Alliance.
I wonder if the Lady Inquisitor...
Gaspard.
My friend, come in, have a drink. What can I do for you? You've been busily charming the court, I see.
I want to know about you.
I'd like to know more about you.
All of Orlais knows my story. But you, my friend, are far too sensible to be Orlesian. The heart of it is simple. I am the rightful heir to the throne of Orlais.
He's
But
Stannis.
my cousin,
I just realized.
Celine, is a politician, while I am a man of action.
He despises the
She
game,
charmed
but he's
the
forced to
council
play
of
it.
heralds. They gave
And
the
he is
crown to
playing it
her,
because he's
and
the
while it
rightful
looks
heir.
fetching on her, I intend to take it back.
That's kind of fun. You're the true
What's
heir.
your claim to the throne?
The 100 Days cough swept Valroya in 877. It killed thousands of children, royalty and commoner alike. There are only 3 living grandchildren of Emperor Judicael I. Myself, my sister Floriane, and Celine. And I am the eldest. By rights, the crown should have passed to me.
So Florian is his sister. But she's... It seems like she's together with Celine. That's interesting. Oh, but they all must be siblings. Right. How did Celine take power?
If you're the rightful heir, how did Celine become Empress?
I am the oldest, but I lack the Valmont name. My mother was the late Emperor's sister. Celine is a Valmont. Her honored father was my mother's brother. But she is the youngest. When there is any doubt surrounding the line of succession, the matter falls to the Council of Heralds. Celine outplayed me, forming alliances on the council for support. So they passed over me in her favor.
You're here to negotiate.
So you intend to out-negotiate your cousin?
It will take heroic effort on my part, Inquisitor, and a lot of brandy. The talks will take most of the evening. Make her willing, we will emerge triumphant.
Let's talk politics.
I have a question about the peace talks.
Tell me about your politics.
What are you hoping to achieve at the negotiations?
I intend to take back what is rightfully mine. Celine stole the crown through politicking, but I am the rightful emperor of Orlais. The empire has been mired in intrigue for too long. We need a clear course of action.
What course of action?
What action did you have in mind?
The empire is declining. We cannot allow Nevarra and Ferelden to chip away our borders. I will see Orlais return to glory as the strongest nation in Thedas.
So you want to start warring? You want to fight more wars?
You intend to return to expansionism.
I like to solve problems in the simplest manner, my friend.
Right. Tell me about the others.
What can you tell me about Celine and Briala?
Brianna may be called ambassador, but she is purely a spy. She works towards some hidden agenda. Elves have no place in politics. Her presence here is suspicious. Celine is a skilled player in the game. She knows how to get her way with a few words and a smile. But the game is a farce. I will prove that a few hundred chevaliers are better than diplomacy.
Right. What do you get out of
You
this?
didn't extend this invitation out of the goodness of your heart, Grand Duke.
As you might have guessed, I'm not the most political man. If the nobles believe the Inquisition supports me, it will help in negotiations. And I take joy in watching the scandalized expressions when they see us together.
Tell me about the peace talks.
What will be going on in these negotiations?
We will whittle one another down with words until we are bored into agreement. Celine will talk circles around us, that elf will glower and cast suspicion everywhere, and I will get very drunk. Somehow, by the time they stop serving drinks, our war will be ended. Politics, my friend.
You sound less than
I get
pleased.
the distinct impression that you don't enjoy politics, Duke Gaspard.
In Orlais, they call it the Great Game. They believe it is something you can play and win. But there are no winners. Like dogs playing wicked grace, it is a mockery of action. Give me a battlefield, Inquisitor. I will show you who the victors are. When I am Emperor, there will be changes. No more of this courtier's nonsense. The nobles may not like it, but after a few lose their heads, they'll fall in line.
So it seems like Gaspard would be the better ally in our fight against the Elder One, because he's well versed in war, but he would be far worse to Orlais and this country, because he'd be more or less a dictator and start warring again. Goodbye.
We'll speak later, Duke Gaspard.
So I think I'm
Another
leaning
time.
towards supporting Celine, but we'll see what she has to say first. Hello. Oh, I can't talk to you. Oh, I have to talk to you.
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course. Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
Yeah, I saw. Terribly busy. Let's discuss an alliance.
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress, how does the Inquisition benefit?
Her Imperial Majesty brings the might of the Orlesian Empire with her friendship.
She is also a respected diplomat and world leader. She can forge alliances for you with Rivain, Antiva, the Underfels. And she throws the best parties.
This is kind of important. Can I ask about the
I'd like to
talks?
know more about the negotiations.
Why hold the ball?
It seems strange to hold peace talks during a ball.
The nobility must do things very differently in Austria.
By Orlesian tradition, moments of great solemnity are celebrated with revels and feasts.
While joyous occasions are given time for reflection and contemplation.
We must never forget that life is both bitter and sweet.
The ball is an opportunity to celebrate life and hope for the future, while we mourn those killed in the war.
Tell me about the leaders.
What can you tell me about the other parties involved in the talks?
Gaspard is a decorated general, much beloved by the Imperial Army, and a legend among chevaliers.
He is better suited to the battlefield than the throne, and he would gladly make his palace a war camp.
He's also fiendishly charming.
Lady Briella has great intentions to change the lives of the elves for the better.
Even if her plans could never work and would only provoke hate crimes against alienages.
She is an idealist, but her lack of patience could prove disastrous.
That's kind of interesting. What are Celine's
What is
goals?
the Empress trying to accomplish with the negotiations?
Peace is her only objective, Inquisitor.
Gaspard and Briella are driven by personal ambitions, but those desires threaten the safety of all Orlesians.
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
That's true. I have questions.
Perhaps you could tell me something then.
Who are you, ladies?
We haven't been properly introduced.
How rude of us to forget.
Milady Inquisitor, may I present Lady Couteau?
And Lady Colombe.
And of course, Lady Fleur. We are the Empress's ladies-in-waiting.
Tell me about Celine.
I'd like to know more about Empress Celine.
Her Majesty has held the throne since she was just 16 years old.
She is respected and beloved, not just in Orlais, but across Thebes.
She doesn't care much for liver, and she drinks her tea black.
Okay, I found
My
something.
investigations turned up something interesting.
Oh, is this the clues we found earlier? Let's wait with that.
Good
I want
evening.
to talk to Briella first.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
I guess you can kind of blackmail
Enjoy the masquerade!
or question them about the things we found.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. Slumming even more than usual, I see. You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
Can I ask about the talks?
I want to know more about the peace talks.
Tell me about the leaders.
What can you tell me about Celine and Gaspard?
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and fought a dozen skirmishes on the Navarran border. He's a simple man. Simple men aren't hard to manipulate. Celine is the voice of reason in the Empire. But reason is cautious. Reason looks for compromise. Reason doesn't choose radical change, however sorely it may be needed.
Can I ask about the talks?
I want to know more about the peace talks.
Oh, apparently not. I want to know more about you.
I had a question about you, Briella.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should tell you everything you need to know about my life. I'm good at what I do. And so that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
You and Celine were lovers.
I've been told you were romantically involved with the Empress.
I didn't take you for a gossip monger, Inquisitor. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. Yes, Celine and I were lovers once, but we've gone our separate ways now.
Who are you?
What's your story? How is an elf invited to the Empress's ball as an ambassador?
Empress Celine and I have history. There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. She knows my qualifications. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
What happened?
What do you mean, we had a falling out?
She betrayed me. Turned me over to the guards on a trumped-up charge to save her political reputation. It wasn't personal. It's the game. That's how all Orlesians justify these things to themselves. It wouldn't do to let the court know she had an elven friend.
And if the negotiations
If she
fail?
doesn't win you back to her side, what do you intend to do?
I have contingency plans. I'm not a child putting all my hopes on a single ball. This evening gives me access to Duke Gaspard. He's challenging. Not as progressive or persuadable as his cousin. But with time and sufficient blackmail, he might work with us.
That's remarkably honest.
I'm surprised you'd admit that, considering the circumstances.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would certainly pin her death on me. An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
Was that all? I have learned things.
You might be interested in what I've found.
I guess you can... I think it works like you can either choose to support Gaspard or Celine, and also you can push Briala. By supporting Briala, you can force her into a advisory position to either Gaspard or Celine. So I think you have an option of only Gaspard, only Celine, Gaspard and Briala, or Celine and Briala. That's my understanding right now, and I think I want Celine and Briala. Celine because she's good for the nation, and Briala because she supports elves and their rights, and I think that's good. I have something on... It's incriminating.
It's about you, actually.
I found the ambassadors.
You murdered negotiators and stole their documents.
In Orlesian politics, Inquisitor, murder and intrigue barely count as crime. If that shocked you, wait until Celine shows her hand.
You've infiltrated the
I found
palace.
the drop point, Briala. I know your people are hidden all over the palace.
Of course they are. I'd be a poor spy master if I didn't have spies, Inquisitor.
Interesting.
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about Gaspard.
He threatened the
He's been
council.
threatening the nobles on the Council of Heralds.
Typical. Gaspard's always been a bully, regardless of the Chevalier Code.
Well, still interesting.
Another time, Inquisitor.
So I guess we should...
Commander, has anyone ever told you that you have the most remarkable eyes?
Oh, Liliana, I can hand in these
Look at
things,
Lady
right?
Cambian's slippers, trimmed with pearls and emeralds, and those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
Shoes? That's your concern.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambian's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambian acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
Yeah, I guess. You seem different here.
You're different here than in Skyhold. More approachable, perhaps.
This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. This is the Imperial Court. This is the beating heart of the Great Game. Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when I attended my first ball. All this, the smiles, the small talk, it is a dance. And like any dance, it can be learned. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
Who should we
Who
support?
do you think the Inquisition should support?
What we need most of all is a stable Olay. Either Celine or Gaspard can give us that.
Questionable about Gaspard. Have some
I found
information.
this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
Right.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
Oh, you're getting... Okay, so you're getting court approval.
I still remember the day of Lady Inquisitor.
Care to dance?
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantillon?
You, Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not often find foreigners so well versed in the game. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
Right. What do you think of the ball?
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, milady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Seen anything
Have you
interesting?
noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly decorative.
Goodbye.
Good evening, milady.
So, few guards are here. That's slightly disturbing. But let's keep looking. Just want to have a quick peek down here. So I didn't miss anything. Nope. Nope. Okay, good to know. Let's go back into that room we discovered. I didn't have a chance to explore it. Just locked, yeah. Oops, wrong side.
Your investments seem to be paying off. War encourages armies to borrow coin. No one wants them to collect.
Okay, let's scour this room. Blackmail, thank you. And some loot. Oh. Investigation clues. I don't know. I guess we need to put them together. But don't have the time to do that. Boring things. Worthless. We didn't look in here, did we? Blackmail. Always appreciated. And we didn't miss anything in... Is there a rune here, maybe? Can you... Huh. Oh? I guess you need to get the right order. Ah. No, this one. Oh, I think it's it. Ah. Logic. Yay. A secret. Well, only loot. Don't really need that at the moment. So, still, not really anything of interest here. But there's something here.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the dales?
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does.
We have looked everywhere. Yeah. Quite. Ah,
This could be worth checking
it's open
out.
now. Oh. What's happening? I don't know. Oh. Equip weapons.
Someone will be held accountable for this.
So, time for battle soon.